afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for inviting me to your New Year's celebration. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Wallumbilla people, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. So I work at the Refugee Council of Australia. We're a small not-for-profit organisation and we were formed in 1981. We're an umbrella organisation for refugees and the organisations and individuals that support them. Our main work is research, policy analysis, advocacy, community education and awareness raising. Over the past 40 years, our purpose has remained the same: to advocate for fair and humane and constructive refugee and asylum policies both here in Australia and overseas. Our organisation has had close relationships with the Karen people over the years. Mr. John Rock has been a board member of the Refugee Council since 2016. His insights and advice has directed the work of the organisation, connecting us to the advocacy work of Karen people living here in the diaspora, but also within Burma and in asylum countries such as Thailand. I was speaking to our CEO, Paul Power, earlier this week about this event, and one thing we both noted is the extraordinary, selfless contribution of people from Myanmar to their community and fight for democracy. From fundraising, from advocacy, to returning to the Thai-Burma border to advocate and provide much-needed services. This often means being separated from loved ones and putting yourselves in harm's way. This example and commitment is extraordinary, and it sets a good example for other communities living in the diaspora. We know that diaspora communities are so important in raising awareness, but also providing much-needed support to people who are being persecuted. I've also had the opportunity to learn about the work of Karen organisations on the Thai-Burma border. I co-chair the Refugee Leadership Alliance. It's a new alliance that was formed in 2021. And the aim of the alliance is to increase access to funds, influence and networks for refugee leaders who live in the Asia Pacific region. We established a funding program and we received donations from philanthropic organisations, and we use that money to give grants to refugee leaders and organisations they work with in the Asia Pacific region. We were able to get $400,000 and we gave 21 organisations in countries such as Bangladesh, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. And 2 of those organisations were Karen organisations. So we were able to support the Karen Women's Organisation for their education project, and this project supported children with disability, and also the Karen Refugee Committee education entity that provided education support in 7 refugee camps. Through the grant, whilst the grant was only a pilot, so we were able to only deliver it for 1 year, and we've since have raised $200,000 to continue it for a 2nd year. And we know these organisations we will be supporting again. So I'll keep it really short because I know today is a celebration. And so Happy New Year. It's a pleasure to join you all here today to celebrate in this celebration of culture. I know that Australia is far away from our homelands. We all take comfort in sharing our food, speaking our language, wearing our clothing, and practicing our cultural traditions. These reminders of our homeland give us comfort, especially as we know that there are many people from our homelands who can't do that right now. So I'll finish off by saying Happy New Year, and thank you very much for inviting me.